That goes off to Northern Iowa. Good football team, good football program. They deserve the ranking, and they play hard. They execute well. Disappointed, tremendously disappointed in the result of that football game, because our standards and expectations are to play every play like we started the football game. We are not able to do that. So,
questions for Coach?
Coach, did it slip away in the first half because everybody had an opportunity to really jump on and you didn't?
I'll sum it up for you, Terry. 73 yards in 4 plays. One play, 19 yards touchdown. One play for 80 yards. That's that is not playing Jackrabbit football, and that is breakdowns. The 19-yard drive, the one play is a turnover. We've never gone out there just giving up a touchdown, and so that get away from you. There are 3 touchdowns and a total of 6 football plays. So there's a breakdown somewhere in those in those plays. Now your response might be, well, maybe they can do it for 80, but they didn't. They didn't march the football against our defense. When they had to, we got them to punt the football. So.
Similar thing last week. You have a bunch of big plays offensively, not a lot of drives. Have you ID'd? Is there commonality in a lot of the big plays that are happening?
Last week, the one was a physical error on the first touchdown pass, and then just a freak play on the second one. This was a breakdown across the board. More at one position than another, but I mean, it's all 11 guys have to do their job. If a guy has time to throw the ball, is it the DB's fault or is it the D-line's rush or whatever? We were blitzing on one of the plays, so sack him, So it's one guy, one unit, one side of the ball never loses a football game. Rise up.
Talk about the play your quarterback was able to find success. The interceptions mark his night pretty much.
Well, I don't know if you throw that many balls, you're going to complete a lot of balls. I don't know if that's success or not. I thought he did play well. He played well when we were playing well. He needs to plan to set his feet and throw the ball better at times. But then our offensive line has to do a better job of blocking for him so he can set his feet and throw the ball. So again, it's not he played well and we lost the football game. So, but he continues to make some plays that impress a lot of people.
You guys held Rennie in check on the ground, and then he kind of had a career day pass, and that surprised you, catch you off guard. Your thoughts on that? Just
the big plays, the big plays. The one down for the touchdown on their one drive where they went 75 yards in 8 plays. That was a good scheme. That was tough for us to defend. It's all defended, but it was tough for us to defend. But there were one of the plays was the same play they ran last week. The team ran against us last week. I mean, holy nutmeg. Do your job. And myself as a coach them up and hold them accountable to do your job. I love our players. I love their effort. But you need to do that 80 out of 80 plays, not 78 out of 80 plays. And I need to coach 80 out of 80 plays and hold people accountable for the whole situation.
Coach, you beat Northern Iowa 2 years ago and had a chance to beat them at the Dome a year ago. What's the biggest difference between this team this year and the teams you played 2 years ago and last year?
You talking about Northern Iowa?
Yes.
I don't think there's much difference. I think it's an older team, duh. I think Rennie's a better passer. There's no doubt. I thought we defended the run very, very well. If you take out Anderson Carlos's 59-yard run, they don't hard to have success running the ball at all. So, but then give Coach Farley and his staff credit for saying, well, then let's throw the ball. But much of that was off of play action, so did a good job. I would say that is the biggest change. And their D-line is very good. Their D-line, we talked about Austin Sumner, their D-line gets after you. So they do a nice job, especially when you're behind like we were late.
another top 5 team coming in just a few days. What are the challenges that go along with playing 2 teams of that caliber in a really short amount of time?
You know, the top 5 is simply a ranking, a bunch of coaches, a bunch of sports people voting. You know, our biggest challenge, Terry, will be to get our heads up. Okay, whether we're playing North Dakota State, ranked whatever, or whoever, whatever. That'll be our biggest challenge. That'll start with me and our coaches and our players. And there is no doubt in my mind that we will do that. Surely they're a good football team. We'll need to do things to perfection. You know?
2 more questions.
In some ways, does it help having a team like that coming in? Does that help you get your head up? Rivalry game, all that kind of stuff, playing at home?
You know, you guys always ask those questions. I don't know. I sure. You know, sure it does. But you know, to me, every play, every game is a chance to put your signature on something, whoever it's against. And it might be good medicine. It might be a good situation for a football team. I don't know. So.
1 more?
Can I ask a 2-part question?
Yeah. I don't have anything going tonight. So.
Anybody,
I don't have any friends either, so
anybody,
it's kind of fun to see all you guys sitting here.
Anybody get hurt? And then secondly, as Drew brought up earlier, probably not going to make the playoffs now. Thoughts on those 2 things?
Zenner went off late. I haven't seen the trainer yet. I don't know if that was a bruise or a leg injury. I don't know. The playoff thing, you know, we hadn't talked about that since fall camp. And so we hadn't talked about it, so I'm sure you daydream, a program daydreams, players daydream. But we're not going to say who brought it up. We're not going to address it. We're going to, because it's one game at a time. So this program will be back in the playoffs. I guarantee you that. I promise you that. Not this year.
Thank you, Coach.
Is that a 2-part question?
You answered both parts, too.